Hey gang, how you doing? Jonathan here for Tailhunter Sportfishing, and it's time once again for the Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report, coming to you from, well, not from La Paz, as we're still stuck here in the States, but anyway, this is going to cover all of the latest that's happening in La Paz from the 24th of May until June 1st. Hope this finds you well, given everything that's going on. And listen, let's talk about what's going on down in Mexico for the moment. You know, things were supposed to have ended by now. The quarantine was supposed to have lifted on May 30th, and if you've been following my reports, you know that that was extended until June 15th. Now, here's what's going on. In Mexico, in so many places, especially central Mexico, Mexico City, the COVID virus is really raging. It's not in good shape. In fact, they were going to open about 300 municipalities about 2 weeks ago, saying that the virus had not been that bad in those areas. They were going to open those places up. Well, most of those have now fallen off of that list, and they are going to continue closing those down. That being said, La Paz, by the Mexican health authorities, has been listed as one of the top safest places in Mexico to be. The virus is not extensive. A lot of people are recovering, so it looks like it's going to be safe to come down. So the quarantine is now extended until June 15th, and things are supposed to open by June 16th. That's good news. The other side of that, however, listen carefully, is that they're still saying it's going to take 10 to 14 days for businesses to get on their feet. Now, understandably, when the lockdown happened about 2 months ago, we just basically locked our doors. Everybody walked out. So businesses have to get back on their feet. They have to establish the new safety and sanitation protocols. Certificates of sanitation and health have to be issued. Everyone's got to be inspected. Everything's got to be cleaned. Imagine hotels that have no electricity, no water. Those have to be turned on. Rooms have to be cleaned. New protocols, like I said, have to be established. How are you going to eat? How are they going to be in restaurants? Everything has to be restocked, not only in hotels, but also restaurants, bars. I don't know that it's going to be the same. We don't know what it's going to be like, just like it is in the United States. Things are going to be very, very different. So even though it says June 16th looks like it's going to be the opening day, just because we have the green light does not necessarily mean that all businesses are automatically going to open on June 16th. That's the reality of things. So we're pragmatically looking at probably the beginning of July for things to have been established. Jill and I are going to try to get back down as soon as we can. They're still having a big difficulty with flights, even though they're opening things up. Not all airlines are coming back. Not all of them are reestablishing their routes. Some are increasing their services, but not all of them. So there's a lot of moving parts here. Hotels have to be opened. Restaurants have to be open. Sanitation and safety protocols have to be established. We've got to retrain everyone all as well for, you know, do we all have to wear masks? How far do people have to stay from each other? I think fishing's going to be fine. It's all of these other things. Transportation. How are you going to get in shuttle buses from the airports? What are the airlines going to be like? So a lot of moving parts are coming together, but overall good news, because we do have a definite date, according to the mayor, according to the governor of Baja, that things are going to be opening June 16th. So we've got that in mind. We've got a definite date, but it's going to take 10 to 14 days is what the health officials are saying for everyone to get back on their feet. I will tell you that a lot of things will be different. In addition to our own restaurant, Tailhunter, a number of restaurants along the Malecon have closed permanently. Our good friends at Harker Boards, Applebee's, Morante Art Bar is closed. There's something like 10 restaurants along the Malecon that have declared that they're not going to be able to open, and many others as well. So everything remains to be seen. As far as fishing is concerned, take a look at some of the photos. There's fish out there. Captain Poncho is out. You are allowed to fish if you're fishing for your family, for subsistence fishing. No commercial fishing is allowed. No sport fishing is allowed. The ports and marinas are still closed, but there's fish out there. Here and there, we're in that transition phase right now. If we had been fishing normally at this time, this is that time when the cold water fish are starting to move out and the warm water fish are starting to move in. But there's rooster fish, there's jack crevalle, there's dorado, some tuna are out there, starting to see a few marlin. Take a look at this other video at the very end of this, and you'll see what the jacks are doing down in Cabo Marina. You know, nobody's out there fishing. There's no traffic on the water. The bait fish are congregating right in the marina, and big game fish are out there chasing them right into the marina. So take a look at the very end of this. I'll post that video up for you. In the meantime, that's what's going on. June 15th is what we're looking at, is the end of the quarantine in Baja. Things are going well. It's the other places in Mexico that are having a really, really hard time. And so it looks like somewhere between June 15th and July, we're going to get things started again. Everyone who has reservations, I wrote to all of you that if you had reservations during the month of June, get in touch with us. You're not going to lose your deposits. You're not going to lose your money. We can recredit you, all of those things. You're not going to lose it. Anyway, I'm trying to get on this and get this out to you as quick as I can. Hope you're doing well, and you hang in there. We're all going to get through this together. This is Jonathan for the Mexican Minute, and God bless. We'll see you as soon as we can.
Su madre. ¡Oh, la verga! ¡No mames!